Today we are talking about how to secure your YouTube channel to not get deleted or demonetized. I will cover some common mistakes that could actually put your YouTube channel at a huge risk. I've seen several channels get demonetized or even deleted because of simple but costly errors. Let's look into some of the things you need to avoid, and I'm going to break this video into 6 chapters. First 5 chapters will cover critical errors that are very important to avoid demonetization and deletion of the channel. And then in the final chapter, we will bring it all together. First chapter, follow for follow. One of the biggest mistakes I see, people asking follow for follow or sub for sub in comments of other channels, or they will subscribe to your channel only for you to subscribe to them. They would subscribe and wait for you to subscribe back. And if you don't subscribe, they will unsubscribe. You probably have seen it. Sometimes they will even put a request sub for sub in comments of your channel, and then even maybe promise 3 subscriptions for 1 subscription. I have seen things like that. This practice is, of course, very dangerous and harmful for your channel. And here's why. Number 1, YouTube pays per view, not per subscriber. Having 100,000 fake or not engaged subscribers will not benefit your channel. YouTube monetization relies on watch time, not just on subscriber count. And in fact, it is much easier to get 1,000 subscribers versus getting 4,000 watch hours, which is also required for monetization. So many people are focusing on the wrong thing. They're trying to get subscribers, but that is actually not that difficult to do. You just need to produce good content, give value on a particular topic, and people will subscribe if you continue to produce videos on this topic and people are interested in that topic. So if you are chasing sub for sub, you are focusing on the wrong thing anyway. The second more important reason why this is a bad idea is that it can really hurt you. And not engaged subscribers can really hurt you. A channel with lots of subscribers but low engagement can be worse than a new channel with barely any subscribers. YouTube's algorithm notices if subscribers don't watch your videos, which can actually prevent your content from being shown to other viewers. Here's how it works. Imagine you did follow for follow with 200 people, but those people are not interested in your topic at all and not interested in what you have to say. And when YouTube shows your new video to those subscribers, they would ignore it, not click to watch it. And even if they watch it, they will not watch it for long. So it will look like your subscribers do not want to watch your video. And therefore, algorithm will consider your video probably not that good. So why should they show it to non-subscribers if even subscribers are not watching it? So can you see how having subscribers that are not engaged is actually worse than not having subscribers? Third, your channel may get penalized for such practices. So instead of focusing on fake numbers, I find it is much smarter to build a real audience. Even though it takes much longer, all you need to do is create valuable content that appeals to the people you want to reach, your target audience. Pick a topic where you are an expert or where you want to become an expert, provided you are willing to do the extra work of having to research particular topics for each video, because it will take some time for you to become an expert. If you're an expert on a topic, you can just press record and before that just maybe put some bullet points you want to cover or put together some things you want to cover. If you're not expert yet, you will need to do some research to provide value to people, but it is totally doable. And many people have done it. In fact, this is called being a reporter. So basically you go and you research and you bring back the information versus you already have that information in your head and experience. Of course, if you can pick something where you actually have experience and knowledge, you will bring even more value to your viewers. But if you cannot find such a topic, being a reporter is also fine. So just do the work consistently and learn what you can along the way to improve your chances of success with each particular video that you're publishing. And eventually, algorithm will start noticing you and pushing you to new viewers. And you will start building that base of people who find your content valuable, helpful for them. And then over time, you will have people who are waiting for your videos. They will watch it, they will like, they will comment. And that will show the algorithm that you are actually producing valuable content, and your videos will be shown to a wider range of people, and so on and so forth. And so this is how you're growing. You're growing long term, you're growing sustainably, and those are real subscribers who are interested in your channel. And when I said learn what you can, I mean including learning about YouTube algorithm and what it is looking for and what viewers are looking for. And I'm going to link somewhere here a video about algorithm changes that you definitely need to know about. Chapter 2, don't buy views, likes, subscribers, and comments. I have seen even relatively big YouTubers buying views, comments, likes, and subscribers, and they sometimes get away with it, but I would not risk it, and it doesn't even make any sense to do it. It is misleading, it is dishonest, and it is not helping your channel. Here are some reasons it is a bad idea. Number 1, bot subscribers or views are typically fake accounts or bots. YouTube's algorithm recognizes fake engagement and may stop promoting your content altogether, or your channel may even be penalized. Reason 2, you are at high risk of channel deletion. YouTube actively discourages artificial engagement. Channels that buy subscribers or views or likes or comments risk being flagged and even removed. Instead, I would focus on organic growth. The best way to grow is to create content people actually would enjoy watching and sharing. Focus on a particular topic consistently. It will likely take longer, but it is more rewarding and far safer for your channel. And the third reason, and most important reason, your channel is part of your life's work. Do your work with intention to help people and be the light that we need so much right now. And when you come with that intention, you will not even have a thought about buying views or subscribers or likes or comments. And you can build a much more sustainable business that way and contribute at a much higher rate. Chapter 3, do not use copyrighted materials to avoid strikes and claims. Another big mistake is using copyrighted material. Using copyrighted content without permission is one of the fastest ways to lose your channel. Here are some things to keep in mind. Even a few seconds of copyrighted music can trigger a copyright claim or worse, a strike. 3 strikes and your channel could be deleted. And be careful with some music providers. For example, I had an experience of purchasing music from a well-known provider to use in a YouTube video, and then that video still got a claim. When I reached out to them, they were unhelpful and told me something along the lines that I need to prove to YouTube that I bought it from them, so basically show my receipt and so on. But who has time for this? And also, it is just incredibly unpleasant to have to prove something that you should not have to prove, given that you did buy the music. So given how they acted when I reached out to them, I immediately stopped buying from them. So they lost a lot of business from me. Right now, I'm buying music from Soundstripe. I have an annual membership with them and can use as many tracks as I want, and they give me a special code to put in description, and so far I have never had an issue with them, so I can recommend them because I think they are a good provider. But you don't have to buy subscription to get music. In fact, the safest music to use on YouTube is YouTube's audio library. The YouTube audio library is a free resource where you can download royalty-free music. The songs are safe to use in your videos, and it will help you avoid copyright issues. Some creators try to use copyrighted content under fair use, but this is tricky and risky. You've probably seen people using pieces of songs, pieces of movies. Many creators get away with it. But to be safe, I would avoid using copyrighted materials which you don't have the rights to use unless you are absolutely certain that content falls under fair use. And the key is to remember you don't need copyrighted materials, especially right now. As you may know, right now, videos with limited editing doing very well on YouTube. So you often don't even need music or other footage. You probably noticed I almost never use any music. I almost never use any B-roll that is external. It is not necessary. And you may be overcomplicating editing. I know I do that sometimes. I can spend hours editing when it is not necessary. For example, when I was editing a video on how YouTube changed my life, which I just recently posted, I spent so many hours looking for relevant photos and videos, And this was not necessary. Does anyone even cares about that? Yes, it is art. YouTube is art and you're creating art. And when you feel in your soul and your heart that you need to invest some extra time in editing, definitely do it. But most of the time, you don't need to make your videos very complicated when it comes to editing. Chapter 4, avoid spamming in comments. The next mistake I seem to see more and more is when people promote the product or channel in comments of another channel. You have probably seen people promoting a book, saying that a particular book changed their life, but then you keep on seeing the same book is promoted in comments on various channels, and it becomes very clear that it's not a genuine comment, not a genuine recommendation, it's a promotion. Leaving promotional comment on other videos might seem like a good idea, quick way to attract subscribers or buyers, but it's actually considered spam. So I would not comment just for promotion. I would avoid comments like, check out my channel. It can be seen as spam and your channel can be impacted. Instead, what I would do is engage naturally and add value. In fact, if you add a lot of value, some people will naturally go and check your channel and may subscribe. Chapter 5, post safe content. I would also obviously avoid harassment and bullying. This includes abusive comments, personal attacks, or any behavior that targets an individual or group in a malicious way. No one should feel threatened or intimidated or hurt on the platform, so I would always aim to be respectful, constructive in all interactions. YouTube generally is not a mean place, thankfully, and YouTube wants to cultivate a space where people feel safe. And this, of course, starts with each of us treating others with respect. No hate speech, of course. Obviously, we don't want anything that promotes violence, hatred against the individual or groups based on things like race, religion, gender, or other protected attributes, or for any reason, really. Hate has no place on YouTube and should not have a place anywhere, really. And YouTube understandably does not allow this on the platform, and it is essential for maintaining a respectful community. I would also avoid anything that could be viewed as content that encourages self-harm or harmful behavior. It's important to not have content that encourages or glorifies harmful acts, including self-harm or eating disorders. This means that any content discussing these topics needs to be approached extra carefully. My approach is content should be educational or supportive in nature, not something that could harm viewers. And of course, no adult content. This is completely inappropriate for this platform. You also don't want impersonation, pretending to be someone else, such as another YouTuber, a public figure, or even an organization. This is strictly prohibited. And of course, there are very good reasons for that. And you also don't want any misleading content. You don't want to spread false information, tricking viewers into thinking you are someone you are not, someone they trust, but it's not, you are not that person. And you also want to be very careful when you're spreading information about things that can be particularly harmful to people, such as information related to health. Chapter 6, build an audience that cares about your content. Of course, almost all of the things we discussed today fall away if you approach building your YouTube channel from a place of service, of being the force for good. To grow on YouTube, I would focus on creating content that provides genuine value for your target audience. Ask yourself, who is my ideal viewer? How can I help them? How can I bring value? When you build a community of viewers who find your content useful, you are creating long-term value and a sustainable business. So we need to create content for our audience, not just for views. When your content is valuable and relevant, your audience will naturally grow. Maybe not right away, it may even take a while, but over time, you will get a few very supportive people, amazing people who will watch your videos, leave a comment, give you a thumbs up, and that will improve the chances that your video will be shown to more people and you will grow from there. And if you are unsure about whether something might cross a line, it's always better to err on the side of caution. At the end of the day, a safer platform is better for all of us. By avoiding risky behaviors and focusing on providing real value in a consistent way, you will build the channel for the long term. The long-term thinking is not very common, but very powerful. My entire life is built with long-term thinking from the ground up. When I was starting out, I had nothing. I don't have a rich family and so on, rich relatives. Everything was built from ground up. I didn't have connections, nothing. I immigrated 3 times. Everything you see around me, my businesses, everything built from scratch, from ground up with long-term thinking. It's a powerful way to think about life. And long-term thinking is really doing what is right for the long term versus what is easy and more comfortable and more fun in the short term. If this video helped you, please hit that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up. Let me know if you have any questions and comments, and I can get back to you. And I do have a gift for you. I put together a download. It's vital resources for YouTubers. Those are some of the resources I wish I knew about sooner. I hope you will find it helpful. I think you will find at least few resources that you will consider using, and will be very happy if you try it. To get it, post "Give me a guide" in the comments, and I will send you a link. Post "Give me a guide" in the comments. And next, I recommend you watch a video on some exciting YouTube algorithm changes that you can leverage to build your channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.